appreciate your interest in it.
Okay, thank you.
Lumen IT is my company. I founded it about 4 years ago.
Oh,
I've been working in IT for about, I don't know, 20 years now. I started out in software development. So I used to build iPhone apps and web applications, a little bit of servers, but I mostly was in software development. And then I kind of fell into IT. So now I have Lumen IT, and we serve mostly nonprofits, private schools, some commercial businesses, Vladimir, but mostly nonprofits. Is where I kind of try to focus my business. So the position I'm hiring for that you've applied for, Vladimir, is very entry level. Like I've been looking for university grads or kind of people who are trying to start their career. You have a fair bit of experience, Vladimir. It seems like you might be more skilled than this job requires. Can you talk to me about that and why you find this job appealing, even though you're a little bit more senior than the role requires, maybe?
yeah, sure. It's a good question because I'm originally from Ukraine and I moved to Canada only 2 months ago, and I'm looking to opportunity for implement my skills, knowledge, and experience in a new field in Canada. That's why I think this position it perfectly suits for me, my start career here in Canada. I think in the
Okay.
future I can embrace my responsibilities and skills and to grow like a professional.
Right. So just kind of like looking to get into the job market in Canada just because you've recently come here from the Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine now
Okay.
it's a difficult position. That's why I
Yeah.
decided to move.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have
Yeah, it's so
I'm
interesting to meet a man who be, been inspired to own
oh
yourself
sure. Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
But
thank you. Yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate that. And I'm also Ukrainian is my background, Ukrainian and Polish. Um just so you know, that's that's where my family comes from.
oh, interesting.
And I have one of the we have someone on our team who works for a client full time, but he's also Ukrainian, and he's moved to Canada since the war started as well. So yeah, I really appreciate where you're coming from, and I can imagine how hard this experience is for you. And I understand what you're saying when you're looking just to kind of get in the door somewhere and start working. So I can appreciate that, Vladimir.
Yeah, and also very thankful to Canadian government and Canadians people. You're very responsible, really.
Yep,
I feel it.
for sure. Yeah, there's lots of Ukrainians here, so yeah, we definitely care about you a lot. Are you here by yourself, or did your family come with you, or
Yeah, I moved to Canada with my family, with my wife and 3 kids.
oh wow, three kids. That's wonderful. Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, that's so wonderful.
Thank you so
What
much.
have you enjoyed about Canada the most so far?
Uh, I chose Canada before because it's given me the perfect opportunity. First of all, it's English speaking country. English is most popular language in the world, and also it's just a great country. Uh,
Yeah, good. I'm happy you think so. And it's hopefully you'll be able to meet lots of other Ukrainians as time goes on, because I know there's lots of you in Calgary. So Yeah, hopefully you get to stay connected with people from home too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'd like to ask you some technical questions. Is that okay, Vladimir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. In the networking world, can you explain to me what DHCP is? Like what the purpose of DHCP is?
Yeah, sure. DHCP, the dynamic host.
That's okay.
Yeah, so
It's a hard acronym.
it's a
That's okay.
service that provide hosts and network devices addresses in network protocol.
And what does it do, Vladimir?
That protocol provide to network devices address in the network,
Right, like an IP address, right?
IP address.
Okay, great. And what about DNS?
Then as a dynamic name services also uses in network in the internet. This protocol compare IP address and the internet address as the host.
Right. Like a human readable address, right? Like instead of a number.
Uh,
So
yes,
someone
thank
can
you.
type it in.
I try to find the right word.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Can you tell me what you know about the OSI model? Like what is it? What is it for?
Yeah, OSI model is basis model in internet building connection. It includes 7 layers in this model, such like physical layer. In this layer, just able environment from for provide signals like a cable optical connection or just wireless connection. Next level is I'm not sure like it's in English channel level.
That's okay. I won't make you
Yeah.
go through all the layers,
Sorry,
Vladimir, because that's
I
torture.
know how it in Ukrainian, but not sure like in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of it? Like why is it useful? Why is the model useful?
Because that's model useful because it provide standard from all network connection and network infrastructure. That's why it's very helpful and useful standard.
Great. That's great. Do you have experience configuring firewalls?
Yeah, sure. In my last place of job, it was standard Windows firewall. We use it. It's established and recommend myself itself like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And I know you mentioned like Active Directory and Windows Server experience. Have you ever done any administration on Linux operating systems at all, or is it mostly Windows?
Uh, I always passionate of Linux, but unfortunately not implement in my work because network infrastructure in my last company not include Linux servers or
But you've used it personally
stations.
before, like in a lab environment yourself, or?
Yes, I use Linux for my own needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience with Python scripting or PowerShell scripts?
Previously, I'm interested in programming, like, for example, in my education, it was basic course of C++ programming. It was 6 months course, basic education in C++. And after that, I also was curious in Java programming, so Java. So several times I try to implement this programming language in work, and also passed 3 months course of basic programming in Java.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's great. Have you had a chance to do much work in like Microsoft Azure or AWS from Amazon or any of the cloud infrastructure?
Yeah, previously I had experience with Amazon Web Services. We used it on EPAM course of DevOps engineering. It was 4 years ago, and on this course we used cloud infrastructure like Amazon Web Service.
Okay, great. When you were doing that DevOps course, did you run into things like Ansible or Terraform, or what were you doing in the DevOps course, or what did you learn about?
Yeah, DevOps course also included, as I say, Amazon Web Services. Also, a little write scripts on Bash. Terraform and Ansible we also learn, but after that I not implemented in my work. I think if it is needed, I remember it very quickly.
Okay. Okay, great. I think that's it for technical questions. Can
Yeah.
you tell me about your experience providing like support or like working with people? So like if someone comes and asks for help with a technical issue, can you talk to me about when you've had to do that?
Yeah, thanks for the question. In my last job, I served a big chain of shops, meat and sausage products. Uh, this chain grew very quickly, and so we needed to open new shops for a short period of time. That's why I mount and support IT infrastructure like video monitoring system, access control system, workplace coworkers and users. And I also be on call because this chain was very spread on 5 different cities and 2 districts, the 2 regions on Ukraine. That's why I have many responsible users and need to handle issues very quickly. For example, we use remote access to handle issues, and of course also phone.
Oh, Vladimir, you're still there? Your video's frozen.
Frozen. Do you hear me? No. Oh, yeah. Bad internet connection. Okay, do you hear me? Hello, hello. Sorry, 1 minute. Hello, hello. Do you hear me? I don't hear you. So, no, don't hear you also. But maybe reconnect. Hello, hello.
I can. Oh, there we go. I can hear you.
Yeah, I also hear you. I think it's trouble with my internet connection. I switch on mobile internet.
That's okay. It's working fine now. I lost you when you were after you talked about on-call schedule, somewhere around there.
Yeah, as I say, it was a big chain of shops that grows very quickly, and I need to handle so many issues and users' issues. So I was on call or also responsible on remote help. For example, we use AnyDesk on VNC connection or just RDP. It's very helpful and useful because I can work for several hundred kilometers from
Right.
end user. Yeah. What about you? What area you served? Your company served? It's Calgary or Alberta
Oh,
or other
Calgary
regions.
and Edmonton mostly. So between Calgary and Edmonton.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually we might get into British Columbia, but yeah, for now just Alberta.
Very interesting.
Do you have a vehicle, Vladimir, in Calgary?
Not yet, but I actually find it. I know that without vehicle it's very hard. I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
near time buy I will buy a vehicle.
Okay, great. What I have one more question for you, Vladimir, and then I'll stop torturing you.
Yes.
The question is, what would surprise me about you?
Surprise. I think I can surprise you for the things that I can bring new experience and skills in your company because I worked abroad and I think it's will be interesting experience and I want to share it with you, the
Thank you,
company.
Vladimir. That's great. Do you do you have any questions for me about the job or about the company at all?
Yeah, sure. Um, what do you expect from ideal candidate? Who is will be?
Yeah, I mean, I want someone that has a broad range of experience, but not necessarily really deeply technical. Like I want them to be almost like like a pro user, a
Yeah,
very good user, but not necessarily a sysadmin. They have to be really good at communicating with people because it's a lot of phone and email and in-person communication. So you have to be good at building relationships with people and making people happy, empathizing with people and making them feel comfortable. And then I would say the last big one is willingness to learn. So we really want someone who wants to grow and build their skills and become better.
yeah, perfect question. And if you hire me, what do you expect for 3 6 months about me?
Yeah, I would say usually, it takes a few months before you're comfortable and have enough to really start being productive. So I would say the first month is learning, getting comfortable, getting to know our clients, our tools. I would say, by month 2 or 3, you're starting to contribute a little bit, take a bit of the workload off of other team members. And I would say by months 3 to 6, you're a little bit more autonomous. We can kind of leave you on your own to get work done. You know the answer to 80% of the things that come up every day, and 20% you ask about. Yeah, that's kind of what I would expect.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Of
I
course.
very appreciate your attention and your time. Uh,
Absolutely,
it
Vladimir. Yeah.
Yeah, it really was a great experience to speak with owner
Oh, good.
company.
Good, Vladimir. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I really do like to meet our candidates personally, just because I think it's so important to have a connection with people. So I
Yeah,
appreciate your time as well, Vladimir. And yeah, I myself or Barrett will be in touch with you soon. And if you have any questions for me, Vladimir, about the role or anything, feel free to send us an email, and we'll get back to you right away if anything comes up.
no, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, good luck with everything, Vladimir. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.